Harrisburg Stampede. Justin Koble with
I
us.
gotta change the freaking...
Oh, there it is.
Basically, they were
It's
playing
Major
Major
League.
League with a real game, yeah.
Oh, shit, there's the Hattie.
All right, and welcome back from the commercial break. As always, if you hear the hockey organ, you know that we are now in the second half of the show. Or, as I would call it, when we start to go down the cliff.
We're just going to jump.
This half of the show is brought to you by Uniwatch, because I saw the article on Uniwatch, and that's what made me mention it to David. We are, I haven't worked that in a while.
No, you haven't.
We are just a bit closer to the Utah Hockey Club having an official name. The Yeti is now out of the running. I don't know if you saw why they are not going to be called the Yetis.
No, I missed that one. I missed on why they were not called the Yeti.
Okay, so the Yeti Coolers Company
that makes
has
sense.
exclusive rights for branding on the word Yeti, and the hockey team and Yeti Coolers could not reach an agreement where the team could be named the Yetis because it was infringing on their team mark or their trademark. I'm sorry.
As soon as you said it, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. But where's it at? There it is. So with the Yeti out, we have the Mammoth?
The Mammoth?
Keeping the hockey club, which is no.
Or the Wasatch.
I'm kind of fond of Mammoth.
Mammoth is good. I think the Wasatch is another term for a Yeti. I don't know enough to...
Oh, the power of Google.
A Wasatch is a mountain pass or a low pass over high range.
Okay.
All right. I think the Mammoth is probably the best one.
That one probably would be I would say Mammoth.
I have a very sneaking suspicion, though, that they are going to be called the Utah Hockey Club.
No.
And I mean, for this initial season, because they waited, they're really drawing out the naming process. That's fine. Man, the Yeti would have been great. Let's all be honest. The Yeti would have been amazing. The Mammoth, I think, is fine.
I mean, I did see one there where they considered outlaws. The Utah Outlaws.
I don't really think of outlaws when I think of Utah.
No, but that's one of the names I've heard.
But I guess you can't call them the Utah Multiple Wives, so that wouldn't go over well. Have someone to talk to when you fall asleep. Anyway.
Oh, shit. Down the toilet we go. Laughing all the way.
I'm going to have to message someone and apologize ahead of time.
You want to do it now? While I'm doing this show, I'm sorry for when you hear this.
I apologize for my awful Mormon joke.
When you hear this, I do apologize.
Oh, man. Anyway. It wouldn't be the second half if we just didn't go completely off the rails. I mean, that's literally I think the purpose of the second half most of the time.
Pretty much is what ends up being. I mean, hell, my camera's been all screwed up all morning, so, looks like I'm a bad Japanese episode here.
Yeah, Godzilla's... See, now you need to change your background to a city with Godzilla.
Okay, now I just did like a... Try to do like a scary thing. Like, there it is right there. It's like, now it's just catching up. It's like,
And now we've lost the Japanese segment of our audience. I don't even know if we've ever been listened to in Japan.
I don't know.
There's some countries we've been listened to, and I'm amazed by it every time I see it. I think the Mammoth is the best name. They can't keep those colors though if they're going to be called the Mammoth.
No.
I don't think of blue and charcoal when I think of mammoths.
No, I definitely don't think of that. It'd be interesting to see what they actually come up with if they're going to keep the Utah Hockey Club or not.
Truth be told, I didn't think much of the Golden Knights name, and actually, it's a pretty cool name in hindsight.
Yeah, that name fits. It's a name. It's not just, club.
Well, you couldn't call them the Las Vegas legal prostitution.
Oh, I don't know why you couldn't. I mean,
coming to the ice, your Las Vegas gambling addictions.
Cheerleaders from.
Oh, God. Cheerleaders from the Bunny Ranch. If you like Destiny, you can reach her at. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely off the rails on that one.
Again, we are back to the morning zoo portion of the show, folks.
Morning zoo. We are a zoo.
Oh man. I don't know what else to say about this. I feel like the Mammoth is pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, I mean, the Utah mountain ranges. What?
You can't call them the Wasatch because that can go downhill quick.
Hey, Wasatch, what you doing?
And we're gonna play the Wasacks.
Watch your sack. What?
Yeah. See, this is the problem. People
now make sure you wash your sack.
People need to consult dads on some of these team names, and here's why.
Because what we just did in like the last 2 seconds.
Exactly, because when it comes to naming our kids, the first thing I know most dads think of is how can that kid's name be turned into something they'll get made fun of? Consult dads on the name of your team. Because we will give you in 30 seconds at least 5 to 10 potential ways that the team name could be made fun of.
Oh, God. Oh, this is just wrong. This is great.
But am I telling lies?
No, you're not. You are not. That's the thing.
You have to go through the Rolodex of grade school insults to...
The back in the day grade school insults.
Oh, man. Oh, you know what? Okay. Off topic, but I got a proud dad moment to share. Gianna was voted on by her peers to be Rookie of the Year for Color Guard.
Nice.
I know.
That's great.
She came in from their banquet last week, and she's like, "Yeah, I got Rookie of the Year." Like it was it wasn't a big deal. And I'm like, "That's awesome! Like, congrats, kid!" Like,
yeah, she's like, "Yeah, just another day."
It wasn't like a cocky thing. Like, I don't think like she understood
what was happening.
Yeah. Like to her, it was just a certificate. Like, I'm like, no, like they're telling you, like they think that highly of how hard you worked this year, that you were the best of all the first year kids.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's fantastic.
And you know, I commend her because like I've told you before, and I think I've even said on the show a few times, like she would go and practice on her own outside of regular practice time. Like she really took to it. So I'm super proud of her.
No, that's great that she's that is fantastic.
And I think she needed that win, especially after how bad softball season went last year. And she really felt like she didn't get a chance to contribute. I think this like really helped her confidence. So
Hey, that's great. I mean, that's what's needed.
Yeah, sometimes you need a win, and she got a good one. But that's, neither here nor there and has nothing to do with the Utah Hockey Club. That's just me being a really proud dad. And I think most of the listeners would understand that. I don't think anyone would take umbrage with it. I don't know if I have anything else to talk about with the Utah Hockey Club. I think I killed this when I made the multiple wives joke. um,
So, staying with the hockey subject, do you think Ovechkin's going to hit it this year? Become
what's
the beat Gretzky's record?
what's the count? What are we at?
19,
I
19
think that's going
left.
to happen. How many weeks are left in the regular season?
I mean, we just hit February, and there's probably another 2.5 months.
Unless he gets injured, it's happening.
Where's my? I just had it here. What game are we actually sitting at? Standing wise, but he's only 19 away, and it's he has. Let's see here. Da-da-da-da-da. Come on, screen. We're having some technical difficulties. I am a technical difficulty. He has 31 games to get it in. Or
I
no,
think that's happening.
not 31. Yeah, 31 games. Okay, yeah. About 31 games to get it done in. And we all know when he gets on a tear, it's game over.
Right. Yeah, I think you know, granted we'd have to be at the same place to do this, but maybe you could when maybe do like a live reaction or like record yourself when he finally gets it and put it on the Facebook page.
If I can remember that. But no, I mean it's just because that's something that nobody's ever thought that was
No, it's a
ever going to
very big
happen.
deal.
Well, it's funny. It's me and a guy at work, we were talking about it, and his question was, who is next in line? Like, who has the most goals after Ovechkin all time? Like, that's an active player.
Yeah.
Okay, we looked it up. It's Crosby. Yeah, but the difference between the two, Ovechkin's at 876. Crosby's at 608.
Crosby's had a lot more injury time than
He has,
Ovechkin.
he has, but I'm just saying, like the difference. It's just that big of a span between players of how good Ovechkin actually is with scoring goals.
Right.
And then right after him, it's only 572 for active players, and that's Steven Stamkos.
How many years does he have in?
Well, he's played over 1,000 games. He's at 1132 now,
Okay.
so he's been around the block.
So really at this point no one's catching Ovechkin
No,
within the next few seasons.
no, because Stamkos was drafted in 08.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No, no,
It would have to be another generational talent, in all honesty.
yeah, and even getting Malkin, he's at 507, and he's the next active one. It's going to have to be like another big talent to really
Yeah.
step up and do this.
Man, again, I know you don't like him, but man, that stat is just glaring on how much injuries impacted Crosby's career. And really
Well,
not I say injuries, but we all know it's concussions.
yeah.
He
Well,
was the concussion kid.
but look at Lemieux.
Yeah.
He would have had a lot more goals if he didn't have cancer. He would have had a
The
lot
fact
more
that the
goals
fact that he came back and
and
played
did
after cancer
and
says
did
so
damage
much about
after.
his toughness.
Well, not just that, his talent alone. Because even after he came back, he still put up numbers. Even after he came back, he still put up numbers.
But I mean, how many professional athletes would have just accepted that as their fate? Their career was done. They would never come back. It speaks volumes of his perseverance and his toughness that he did not look at it as a retirement. He looked at it as a setback.
It's
Dare I say, one of the most inspirational athletes in sports ever. Not just hockey, not oh god, not just hockey in sports ever.
yeah,
You
no,
take
yeah,
a swig of
yeah.
water here.
It's vodka. Don't let them lie to you. But no, it's yeah, absolutely.
No, the only never mind. I'm not gonna make a joke.
What?
No,
What?
nothing.
But no, yeah, he has. Yeah, it's a lot of these players. They really come back and push. I mean, he was one of those talents.
Yeah.
He was definitely one
Off
of those talents.
topic.
That's for sure.
Off topic. Going back to food. I would really kill for some SOS over home fries right now.
Yes, I can go from Scrapple too.
Yeah. No. No. Can't do it.
Give me a side of Scrapple with that SOS. I'm game.
No.
Can't do Scrapple
SOS
or
over.
not?
No. No Scrapple.
Oh come on,
You
it's
know
everything
me.
but the
You
oink.
know me for over 20 years. When have you ever seen me eat Scrapple?
I know. It's funny. We went to Legion to get breakfast, and I got Scrapple. Kylie wanted to try it. I was like, okay, here you go, try some. She wasn't too care, but she didn't care too much for it. But what's funny is when she asked what was in it, I'm like everything but the oink, and she just was like,
I got to ask, do you put syrup on it? Because I know that's the thing.
yes,
People like it with syrup on it.
yes, yeah, I put syrup on it. Yeah, I put syrup on
No,
it.
I could do home. I could do SOS on home fries with 2 eggs over easy, or dippy as we call them here in Pennsylvania. With some toast. That'd be just freaking amazing right now.
I gotta get you to a place up in New York that we go to when we go up to the cabin, where basically it's if you go away hungry, it's your own dumb fault. When a waffle is the size of a plate.
That sounds great.
Well, they actually make maple cream cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I
Yes.
know. I know we got to go to the friendly when I go up there. And apparently Dave is tagging along when we go up. He wants to come with us. He said he saw your camp the last time he was up, and he's like, man, that thing's freaking awesome looking.
It's quiet. It's nice. That's important. We are definitely going off the rails here.
That's all right.
We're
It's
everywhere.
early Saturday morning.
God, is it early? It's just one of those things where it's like, why do we do this again this early and not Friday nights?
Because we're more punchy on Friday nights.
Yeah, we can also drink too on Friday
I'm
nights.
probably less offensive on a Friday night than I am, or more offensive on a Friday night than I am on a Saturday morning.
Which again
Um,
raises my question: why are we doing this on a Monday morning and not a Friday night?
yeah. All right. I don't have anything else to add to this, and
Yeah,
we're
I'm good with.
already so far off the topic that this half was over 10, 15, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
And
I'm game.
if David looks at the recording clock, he's gonna laugh because 20 minutes ago is when we started recording this half. All right. Check out our friends at the Rural Blaze Banter podcast. Our buddy Dave, who we've talked about today, is part of that show. Check out the other ship that is the Pop Culture Podcast with the Pro Wrestling Lean. Both can be found wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to click Man, I need to go back to bed. Be sure to click the Linktree link in the description of the episode. That's where you can find all of our sponsors, our TeePublic store, all of our social media accounts. Also, click the link and check out our MVPs group on Facebook. That's where it's been quite active. We've had people posting all kinds of interesting stuff. Kevin Dignam, who's won one of our contests that we ran in the early days, he's been posting some interesting bowling stuff. So, we're covering all kinds of sports there on the Facebook group. Actually, speaking of it, not that bowling is obscure, but I think we're soon due for an obscure sports episode. We haven't done one yet this year.
No, we haven't.
We typically do it
You
in
just
the winter.
started.
So. Yeah, but we typically do it in the winter, so we're due for one. Maybe next episode. We'll cover the Super Bowl that was, and then we'll do obscure sports. That gives us 2 weeks to plan.
That's going to be interesting.
Mark down Slippery Stairs, because that's one from the Ocho every year that is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch we can definitely cover on that.
Well, there was one I saw and I thought of you actually this year watching the Ocho. They had the Papa Shot Championships.
God, I watched that the other week.
Because low key, people don't know this. David is ridiculous at Papa Shot.
Was is the key word.
Oh, you probably still are, and you don't realize it. All right. Well, with that, I'm Jason.
I'm David.
We'll talk with you next time.
Good morning.